Okay, so amidst rumors that the Eagles might consider trading A.J. Brown, A.J. and DeVonta Smith decided to go on K. Adams' show to clear things up, as Smitty went off on the media for pushing a certain agenda, while A.J. kinda remained cryptic. So, is there any reason to believe that these A.J. trade rumors are real? Plus, they spoke on what they expect from new OC Kellen Moore, Jason Kelce's potential retirement, and many other things. Speaking of which, Jason Kelce himself just gave another update on his potential retirement, and this one makes it seem like he might actually come back and play. Meanwhile, DeAndre Swift spoke on the Eagles' collapse this past year and explained what it would take for him to re-sign with his hometown team in free agency. So let's talk about that and everything else from a wild past couple of days. And we won't waste any time, let's get straight into it. Okay, so even though I'm sure almost nobody cares, the Pro Bowl's a few days away, so there's that. I mean, at least it means we get to see some Eagles one last time this season, including Jason Kelce, as he rolled up in Orlando with the flip-flops on as always. And this Pro Bowl, sadly, may be the last time we ever see Kelce on the field playing. And this, of course, has been a huge topic of discussion ever since the season ended. I mean, will Jason Kelce actually end up retiring? Well, we know one thing for certain. If he does, it's going to be a big blow for the Eagles. And A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith, who are going to be featured throughout this video, spoke on that as well as many other things on K. Adams' show.
DeVonta, if Jason Kelce retires and he's gone, what's missing from that locker room next year?
I would say the captain, the person that really runs everything. Everybody in that locker room respects him. A guy that's been doing it for a long time at a very high level. And, everybody respects him. Everybody, knows the importance of him being a part of this team.
He's done a tremendous job. He's a great leader, great person. I think if he does return, we're going to miss the person most importantly.
So true from both AJ and DeVonta. If Kelce does retire, the Eagles' leadership takes a huge hit. Kelce is so much more than just the center. He's the heart and soul of that team. And again, if he does retire, he's really going to be missed. Now, the good thing is, it does seem like there's actually a very real shot that he does decide to come back, as apparently watching his younger brother Travis go all the way back to the Super Bowl is making it even harder for Jason to officially hang him up. As he told the Daily Mail, quote, "Whenever you're around this atmosphere, man, it's really hard to not want to continue doing this. The game continues to be difficult to play, selfishly, physically. It's a grueling sport, and it has its problems with trying to play it the older you get, but it's hard. It's really hard, I'll be honest with you." So that certainly sounds promising, and I love the idea of Kelce coming back and playing one more year, although if he does retire, I would completely understand that. The guy has a family, and he should be concerned about his long-term health at this point. That being said, if he does come back and play, it sounds like there's no one he'd rather play for than head coach Nick Sirianni.
Nick, and I really mean this, is one of the best coaches I've been around, and talking about coaching situational ball, really understanding what to do in the right moment, motivating guys. We coach things up in team meetings and hold people accountable better than pretty much any other coach I've been around. And I think he does a lot of things. Players love him. They'll play hard for him. I know it was a really year for us, but I think that Nick has a lot to bring as value as the head coach and the organizational leadership that he provides for the team.
I mean, say what you want about Nick Sirianni and the job that he did this year, but when Jason Kelce speaks, you listen. The guy's a legend that's been one of the best players in the game for a long, long time, so his words hold a lot of weight. And even though I am on record saying that Nick didn't do a near good enough job this year, I'm also forcing myself to take a step back, look at Nick's entire tenure as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, and accept the fact that he's going to be the head coach of this team in 2024. So I'm going to have to give him his fair shot. I mean, we know the players are on his side, including DeVonta Smith, who denied the allegations that Sirianni lost the locker room this year during his appearance on Up and Adams.
No, I don't think he lost the team. I think we just had some things that we needed to adjust to, and we just didn't do that well as a team. I don't think he lost the team at all.
Okay, well, I hear you, Smitty, and I believe you, but if Nick didn't lose the locker room, well then how do you explain the collapse? Well, Eagles free agent running back DeAndre Swift was on Cowboys star Micah Parsons' podcast, where he was asked this exact question, so this was his response.
It's tough. It's tough. Later in the year, people started playing their best ball later in the year. It come down to we ain't making enough plays, bro. That's how I feel. We ain't making enough plays. People might say play calling, coaching, whatever it may be, but at the end of the day, we out there, we got to make it happen. Whatever might get called, players got to execute. It comes down to execution. So that's what I feel like we really didn't do a good enough job of. Like, from top to bottom, we just ain't making enough plays.
I mean, I respect your answer, Swift. Obviously, that's what you're supposed to say, but we all know that it was coaching and play calling. You were a victim of it yourself. Everyone knows that the Eagles never utilized DeAndre Swift the right way consistently throughout the year, and he also said it in the beginning there. At the end of the year, teams started playing their best ball, while the Eagles never really got better, and teams caught up to them and figured them out, and a lot of that is on the scheme and the play calling. Now, we have a new offensive coordinator, so that should help the offense a lot, and let's hope that Swift is a part of that. And obviously, we know that Swift has a big decision to make in his upcoming free agency, And he also spoke on what the factors will be in that decision as well, saying, quote, "Whatever the right situation is, whatever is right for me and my family, that's really all it comes down to." Now, personally, I would say what better place to stay long-term than your hometown? But we all know it's going to come down to whether the Eagles actually want to pay him enough to stick around or not, and we're 100% going to be covering this more in depth along with the rest of free agency as we get closer to that time. So if you don't want to miss any of that, make sure you subscribe, and also really importantly, turn on notifications so you don't miss when any videos just like this are uploaded. But yeah, I'm really personally hoping to see Swift back next year in Kellen Moore's offense, which surely has to be an upgrade over Brian Johnson's offense, which I'm sure had a lot of the players questioning what exactly was he thinking with some of these play calls. I mean, just listen here and look at AJ and DeVonta when they were asked what they want from Kellen Moore as the new offensive coordinator.
And say, Kellen Moore, this is what I need for next season. This is what I want you to bring into this locker room, bring to this offense. What would that be?
Just let us do what we do.
What does that mean?
like anybody else, let's say, just give us the ball.
I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but like, these dudes are laughing, and just look at AJ's face. Come on now, you know that they didn't like Brian Johnson. And also, it seems like they're excited to work with Kellen Moore, with DeVonta Smith telling Chris Franklin, quote, "I don't really know much about him. I'm excited to get to know him, to be in the offense, and to learn new things from someone different. We're still getting to learn more about him." Now, I broke all this down in a previous video, but I'm really confident that Kellen Moore can take the duo of AJ and Smitty to the next level. That is, if they're still together, because there have been a lot of rumblings recently that AJ might not be around come the 2024 season, with the media, specifically WIP, seemingly starting up these rumors that the Eagles could trade AJ this offseason.
You serious?
Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous, but these rumors have been circulating on Twitter recently, with WIP being at the forefront of it, and they gained enough traction to the point where AJ was actually asked about these rumors while on KATM's show, and this is what he said.
Why does Twitter have this wild idea that you're getting traded?
I don't know, you know. Maybe they know something I don't know. You know, I kind of been through this before, you know. I'm a vet, you know. So, you know, I'll remain quiet, and, you know, if something happens, I'll be waiting by the phone, and not, then I'll be right here.
Are you happy where you are? And I think people are pointing to this because they saw you scrubbed your Instagram.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with football, or, you know, that's me just trying to grow as a person, you know. I'm just trying to, you know, block out any negativity that I can, as you see, as one of the reasons why, you know. So
you have not heard anything. There's no actual rumblings about a trade. That's all. I want to just make that clear.
I'm not
He ain't going
really
nowhere.
communicate. I'm not really like, just worried about any of that right
Okay.
now. So if it is, if it ain't, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that wasn't the answer I was looking for. I thought you were going to say
I don't know.
absolutely not.
I think you just got to be prepared. It's a business at the end of the day, you know. So.
Now, that was certainly interesting because based on what AJ said, I mean, it just seemed like he didn't really want to give a straight answer on whether or not he would be traded or not. He didn't come out and completely shut down the rumors like many Eagles fans like myself were hoping that he would, but honestly, I still feel like there's really no reason to worry about this, and let me explain why. One, I feel like AJ made it clear that he's not asking to be traded. He simply said it's a business and you gotta be prepared for anything. Like, he can't control what the Eagles do at the end of the day. Plus, he's already been through this in Tennessee. Like, I'm sure he didn't think they were gonna trade him, but obviously, they did that very abruptly, so I think that's part of it. And honestly, I think AJ's kind of low-key trolling, which is kind of annoying, but also, in the same interview, when he was asked about how he was able to destroy the Commanders this year for 4 touchdowns, he said that they might double him every time the next time the Eagles play them, referring to the Eagles as we. So, I really don't think AJ wants to go anywhere or thinks he's going to go anywhere this offseason besides Philly. And if you just take a step back and look at it, there's absolutely no reason why it would make sense for the Eagles to trade AJ Brown. It just makes no sense. Now, multiple sources with inside knowledge, like Victor Williams and Joe Castro, came out and said that they asked around and everyone told them that these rumors are just that. Rumors, and a trade is not going to happen. And you also have this tweet this morning from Benjamin Albright, who's a Broncos insider, saying he talked to an Eagles inside source who told him, quote, "We're not trading AJ Brown. We haven't looked into it. We haven't discussed it. We are not trading him. You can print that." Plus, the Eagles would take a cap hit of over $40 million if they did trade AJ, so honestly, there's just no shot. And it's crazy to think that all this buzz and these rumors came from the media. The media created this. So it was awesome to see DeVonta Smith call them out for it during that same interview.
You know, man, we grown so close, man. You know, I enjoy every second of, you know, playing together. So yeah, man, you know, glad he's here. You know, hope that, you know, the media doesn't try to break us up, man, like they're doing.
Like seriously, why does the media just insist on creating this unnecessary drama? It makes no sense. Plus, I don't know if you heard it, but in AJ's answer earlier, DeVonta literally said,
He ain't going nowhere.
Smitty's right, he's not. This is the best receiver in Eagles history, and there's no reason to trade him. That's that, and now to the media, please stop this BS. Even Howard Eskin, who people in Philly don't really like, is calling you out for pushing an agenda to trade AJ. Please knock it off, it's just ridiculous. Stop trying to drive our best players out of town. That'd be great, thanks. Okay, well you guys can let me know what you think about that whole AJ situation down in the comments below, and also if you did enjoy this video and want to see others like it coming throughout the entire Eagles offseason, make sure you subscribe, and also again, really importantly, turn on those notifications. Also drop a like down below if you did enjoy this video and want to show some support, and if you want to watch another video going over some Eagles recent coaching hires, you can go check this out right here. Now with all that being said, that's pretty much all I got for this one, guys, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.